Hello there everybody, Somebody 2K Nightmare. Welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, apparently Monokuma decided to reveal the truth of Sakura to everyone. And now we're going to find out what happens next. Alright. So, let us go to the dining hall. Kyoko! You probably don't want to talk to me. I feel you don't want to. Kyoko, good morning. Still ignoring me. Is she really that mad at me? But actually, it's not just Kyoko. Ever since Monokuma summoned us last night, the atmosphere around here has gotten really heavy. I can almost feel it looming over us, weighing us down. Well, if nothing else, I need to patch things up with Kyoko as soon as possible. Yeah, we don't want her angry at us the entire time. Oh god, the music, no.
Makoto, are you okay?
Huh? What do you mean?
You were late, so we were worried about you.
What a dullard. Toko? Byakuya, what are you doing here?
What the heck? They're taking refuge here.
Refuge?
Such ignorance.
Don't make that stupid face. We have to protect ourselves against the Mastermind's tool. Are you talking about Sakura? The Mastermind's... Are you talking about Sakura? That's when I finally noticed. The only one that wasn't in the dining hall is Sakura. Well, where is she? Huh? Where is Sakura?
Stop talking.
All I know is if she were here, I wouldn't be. The only reason I went out of my way to join the rest of you was as a safeguard against that threat.
Threat? What is this? Why? Why do you hate her so much?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Because this makes things unfair. Unfair? The game should be fair to all players. The existence of a spy for the Mastermind upsets that balance. Fuck you!
What the heck?
That's a stupid reason. Exactly.
What did you say?
Stupid. This is a life or death game, is it not?
That's terrible! It is stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Hey.
Before you get too far into your argument, maybe you should stop and think things through. Why did the Mastermind reveal that Sakura was the spy to us? To make us turn against her.
What the heck? They were getting revenge on her, right? Like Monokuma said, an eye for an eye.
However...
That may be part of it, but it's not the whole picture. Revealing that fact was also meant to serve as the next motive the Mastermind wanted to give us. The chaos and confusion born from suspicion, the hatred.
In other words...
In other words, this right here, the fighting, the bickering, is the trap the Mastermind laid for us. Knowing that, will you still stand there and argue like children?
But... That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just... I mean, how can I get you guys to believe in Sakura again?
I believe in her.
If she really can beat the Mastermind like she said, that'd go a long way in my mind.
What are you saying? Did you really ask her to do something so dangerous? What if something terrible happens to her?
It wouldn't matter. Fuck you.
Huh? What?
If Sakura were to die, that's one less person for the Mastermind to control. I have no problem with that.
Fuck you!
Hold on, Byakuya! In fact, if she did die, that would settle this entire issue, wouldn't it? It would put the whole problem to rest.
What the hell?
Thank you!
You disgust me!
Me too!
You're a monster!
Thank you, Asahina. You are now official second waifu. Junko is still first waifu.
To say something like that, it should have been you.
Thank you! Oops, didn't mean to press that button.
You should have been the one to die!
I agree.
What?
I should have died? Interesting. Then are you planning to take care of that yourself? Go ahead. Try it if you dare. That's how it works here after all.
What is this? You think I can't do it? Hey, Hina, calm down.
That's right.
This is exactly what the Mastermind wants, and it's exactly what Sakura doesn't want. What's wrong? Lost your nerve?
I'm leaving. I'll be in my room.
Trembling with anger, Hina ran off.
That stupid cow! How dare she? She should die 1,000 deaths. No, 1,000,000.
Oh god, fuck you, Toko! So she was just another hysterical little girl, hardly worth my attention.
Just a second.
It's what other people call having feelings, Byakuya, and all you can do is mock them for it.
What's wrong with that?
Hey,
A friendly word of warning, someday that attitude is going to come back and bite you hard.
I don't have time to play.
And I will happily elude its attempts. So, you know? How about we, eat? Maybe now's not a good time.
You know?
Asahina, thank you very much for doing that. It's about time somebody did it. Well, I mean, I would have punched him, but if it's about time somebody did something to him. Without a word, each of us left the dining hall. We headed back to our rooms one by one. Whew. So what should I do today? Well, what should we do today? Guess we can bond with somebody. Wait a minute. Asahina's not in her room. Where is everybody? Are they up on the next? Are they on the 4th floor? Okay, there's Kyoko and Hagakure, Byakuya and Toko. Asahina's in the music room. Where's Sakura? In the chem lab. Okay. Let's go see if we can... Can I even talk to her? I'm legitimately curious. Is there any chance we could still talk to her?
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure I'm ready to open up just yet. Maybe if you create the right opportunity.
Should I hang out with Sakura for a while? I mean, I've already maxed out with her, but... Would you guys blame me if I actually want to spend time with her a little bit more? I mean, I know I can't, but... Fuck it.
I see.
Even if I don't feel like talking, you'll still stand by me? I still don't understand you, Makoto.
Oh, hey. Without saying a word, I stood by Sakura. Sakura and I grew a little closer today. Well, even though we've already kind of already maxed out everything, according to that, we actually maxed out, so I don't know. It probably won't really matter what I give her, but shit. It literally won't make a difference now that I think about it. Like I said, I already maxed out my relationship with her. You know what? I'm just gonna give her a rose. Just because I can.
You really want to give me something so splendid? You know, I'm not quite sure why, but somehow you remind me of him.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, forget I said that. I'm just talking to myself. Anyway, I feel a little better now. Thank you.
Seeing Sakura so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy. You know what? I'm glad I did that. Okay, I still have plenty of time. Let's go spend some time with Asahina again. It probably means I wasted the spent time, but you know what? I don't regret it. Okay, so Sakura and Asahina are over here in the dining hall, I think. I'm not spending. I imagine I can't spend time with Kyoko right now.
Listen, I'm really sorry, but I kind of want to be alone right now. I've got a lot I need to think about.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Shit. Okay, so I can't spend time with Asahina. Okay, I'm gonna try to talk to Toko. Let's see. I have this feeling she's still not gonna talk to me, but I gotta at least try. There she is. Go away. She won't even look at me. I guess she doesn't even want to see my face. Ow! Well, I'm not wasting my time with Byakuya and Toko. Okay, where is Hagakure? It's funny, the map says that they're right over there, but... Okay, there's Toko. Up, here's Hagakure. Let's go talk to him then.
According to the spirits...
I had a dream last night. I saw that the spirit world was going to flood us with energy and save us from this school nightmare.
How about that?
It's a prophecy! Take heart, my man!
Should I hang out with Hiro for a while? Sure.
You know?
Oh, I've got something I wanted to show you. I got the stigmata on my back.
Hey, come on.
It's a gift from the gods.
Wait a minute, isn't the stigmata supposed to be like, on your left hand, right foot, and left foot? I thought that was supposed to be the stigmata. Whatever. Hiro showed me a scar on his back, though I didn't really get what it meant. Hiro and I grew a little closer today. Give Hiro a present? Sure. Okay, he's got like some weird stuff, so... Actually, that's a good question. What the hell would he like? Everlasting bracelet. A handcraft item made with needle and thread. They say that once you put it on, it will never come off again. Literally, what would be a good gift for this guy? Unending dandelion. Rose whip.
Ray Gun Zurion.
Fuck it, let's give him the Berserker armor. Wait, no. Ray Gun Zurion. Let's see what he likes from this.
I'll take whatever I can get my hands on. That's just my style, man.
Does that mean he liked it?
Yo.
Oh, whoops.
Hey, Makoto. What's up, my brother and fellow mother lover? Let's raise our semi-siblings upright, okay?
What? Stop talking about that.
Oh, so
So, you ready for the next round?
Never! Actually, how do you do your fortune telling anyway? I saw you doing palm readings and stuff, and you didn't use any tools or anything.
Wow, I didn't know you knew about divination tools. Sounds like you know your way around the spirit world.
I am not sure you need to know that much to know about those kind of tools.
Yo.
Now that I know you're an expert, I have a question for you. A correct answer gets you another discount.
No thanks.
Could it be?
There are 22 cards known as the Major Arcana and 56 cards known as the Minor Arcana. Generally, the cards from the Major Arcana are used for divination. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Major and Minor Arcana, and the Major Arcana cards are used to tell the future. That must be tarot. Oh, I know, you're talking about tarot cards. The only reason I know that is because I know what tarot cards are
From Persona.
What?
Gloriously correct! I will now tell your fortune for a measly 600 bones!
Bones? Wow, really? Is something I'd never say. I've had enough fortune telling for one lifetime.
I see. Well, if you ever change your mind, you know where to find me.
Sure thing. Anyway, getting back to what I asked you about before. If you don't use any tools or whatever, how do you do your fortune telling?
Don't be mean.
Well, don't be fooled. I have my own techniques. For example, I employ numerology.
Numerology?
Yo.
It uses a mathematical formula to predict the future based on birth dates, letter numbering, all that.
But I didn't see you doing anything like that either.
Well, it's more of an inspirational style of fortune telling. Some kind of unknown power just acts through you, and suddenly, bam, you've got the info.
You're talking about intuition.
How about that?
Don't try and describe it using such a cheesy word.
But if it's not intuition, then it's gotta be some kind of supernatural power.
It's not like some occult mystery.
Don't compare my clairvoyance to some occult bullcrap. I hate the occult. Take that crap somewhere else.
You hate the occult?
Well?
Yep. Now here's some good news. Act now and I'll throw in an extra bonus on your reading. I used white magic to record a CD of spirit messages I received from the luxury suite of heaven. 5 seconds of this baby and you'll be witnessing miracles and communing with angels for days.
And you said you hate the occult?
What the heck?
Hey, business is business! The more I talk to him, the less I understand. The hero's report card has been updated based on your experience with him. Your maximum number of skill points has increased! Yay! I shook off Hero's sales pitch and headed back to my room for a while. Okay. Great.
This is
Shut up.
Okay then.
Nighttime already? Tonight feels somehow uneasy. We still haven't settled things with Sakura. Well, I spent a time with her. That means something, right? Everyone's in a terrible mood. I just hope nothing happens tonight. Great. Monokuma Theater.
After I declined the offer to become a shrimp, the tech lady support lady just refused to drop the issue. Once the shrimp idea was dead, she came back suggesting I should become a crab instead. How much can one person love crustaceans? I said no, of course, and she shot back. Okay then, how about, to make you extra special, you can be a crab that walks sideways and backwards. But how's that any better? I don't want to go sideways or backwards, I want to go forward. I heard her annoyed sigh on the other end of the line, and then she said, "You just don't see the splendor of the crab. Haven't you ever heard of the tale of the crab and the monkey?" Of course I've heard of it, I know all about it, but so what? The crab beats the monkey, but then it's just some legend, hardly relevant to our greed-obsessed modern society. Sure, monkeys still show up in movies and stuff from time to time, but not crabs. Monkey-themed clothes are sweeping the fashion world, but the crab doesn't stand a chance, right? What I'm saying is, crabs have no place in today's lightspeed world. Do your market research, lady. Which is why I chose the always popular bear image.
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma.
Sure it is. Whatever you say.
Good. Get ready to greet.
I need to do something about Sakura. I better go to the dining hall and talk to the others about it one more time. Okay. Whoa! Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Oh shit! What's going on? Let me in, let me in. Makoto, we got a big problem, man! What's wrong? Hiro's finger shook as he pointed.
Hina!
What the hell happened?
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
She's still alive, Hagakure. Shut up.
You gotta be kidding!
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead.
What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze.
You SOB!
Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. Look at my sheepy collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire?
Totally
Anyway,
not
you
adorable.
totally not adorable boy. Just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else.
My beautiful scissors!
I'll start cutting, and cutting, and cutting, and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay then. Let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, Hiro, help me. Sure thing. Jesus. Is Hina... Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. But by the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Are you sure you're feeling better?
Yeah, it really was just a scratch.
But still, that was super close.
If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know?
Shut up.
Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir.
So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile.
Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? We just got into a fight, and I lost my temper and flew off the handle.
Let me guess. The fight was because of Sakura?
But...
At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just...
What the heck?
Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
You're serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking.
And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all those terrible things about my friend, you know?
Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us.
Hina.
Sakura?
Sakura?
You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
No, it's nothing. It's not a big deal.
Hey!
Makoto, Hiro, what is the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you!
Good lord.
I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this!
Calm down. Hiro, if you want to hate someone, hate me. If you want to hurt someone, hurt me. What? I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive
Why?
this!
Somebody save me.
Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going
Hey.
on? Oh, what's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
It would seem...
I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura!
Wait.
You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line. Right here and now.
You're drawing a line?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait, Sakura!
Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... awkward... Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
It's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore. Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that.
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
Ow! What?
Because...
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me.
No, that's not it.
But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted.
Oh my goodness, she's blushing. That's the first time I think I've ever seen her do that. Huh?
Anyway,
Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
whew,
Oh? That issue we discussed doesn't matter anymore. I want to talk to you about something else.
What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there.
Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess, but...
Shall we go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. Where are we going? She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her, and eventually we arrived. The bathhouse again? Oh, the dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right. It has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Okay.
Hello. Oh, so it's just the two of you? Kyoko and Makoto?
Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is 2 not enough?
No, it's okay. 2 should be plenty.
But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us?
Oh, yeah, so... I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, Why?
Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here? Saying I finished my work?
But...
I don't want that!
I want to be able to help!
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else is so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school,
that's right.
The only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network.
But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So...
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this.
But...
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but...
But still...
When I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed. Too admirable. Too fragile.
Hey.
You remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
Certainly.
When I talk to alter ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that alter ego is our friend. Aww. Kyoko. To be honest, I didn't want alter ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice it. But...
Makoto.
Let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect alter ego to the network. But...
Hey.
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Now,
if you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in the situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you are their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please don't.
I want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
Listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. The secret room? That's it! The secret room you told me about! I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
just because there's no camera there, doesn't mean there's no danger.
There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego. And the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
That's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you could hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then...
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. You can't talk right now. We're gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there.
However...
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
It's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Wrong way, because I'm an idiot. You know what? I literally forgot what floor it was on. Like severe brain lapse. Was it it was the 4th floor, I believe, right? Yeah. I think it was the 4th floor, I believe. Or wait, maybe it was the 3rd floor. That's the girls. Wait. Whoops. It was, yeah, that's right, it was the 3rd floor. Sorry, Kyoko, I was right the first time. Sorry, I'm not very smart. Oh my god, I'm going to kill myself because I'm so... Are you shitting me? Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm going to wait here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought it made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go! Okay, I'm going.
So then...
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. I feel like an idiot because I had a brain fart there. Okay, let's do this. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. Alright. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled up the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port with the cable. Okay. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please, just wait a little while longer. Just hold tight and put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Oh. Thank you, Makoto. Oh.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore, that much was for sure. Kyoko!
What?
Yes. So we're just gonna split up?
Why is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant.
had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you gonna do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we...
so...
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego...
Correct.
All we can do is wait, and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I'd completely dozed off. Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Rattle.
Makoto.
Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Makoto, Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. What? I tried knocking. I tried calling her name. But she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway,
First of all, we need to get into that room. Is Sakura okay? But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair.
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in?
indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Oh god, no, not her. Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please hurry! Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. Crash! The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering her across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... She's smiling? Oh god, no! All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Oh god, no! Damn it! Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a repulse? Or a reaction? Oh, no. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre!
Yes!
She's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed, I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh? No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko! One of you killed Sakura!
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation.
I don't need to investigate anything! Because you hated her! You hated the sight of her!
I won't forgive you.
You did it! I know it!
You'd know.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad!
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer!
It's the Monokuma file!
Don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours! Now then, with that
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura!
Say what?
Huh?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her. Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well,
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie! Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive
I
you.
hate him. I hate this whole thing.
Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all.
Fuck you! You deserve another friggin' slap, a punch, and a kick to the nads. How can you say that now?
Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
Then let's decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it. You know, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
You're a dick. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
And it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is?
You know, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh? What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in this just as much as danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say, I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here.
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in, just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
No, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hero, do you really object?
If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request.
But
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura,
correct.
for those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory.
fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen,
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Yeah. It didn't say what the cause of death was. Why's that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the other chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow, after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no other way in or out until we broke the window, that's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery novels or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? Yeah, this is totally real life! And right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind. I kind of actually know the details.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, and then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked rooms already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through the gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and this door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
Hold on, I need to get a drink real quick. Sorry. I really need to edit that shit out. They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Do you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. Let's see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. I'm really gonna miss her. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Is that a napkin? This looks like some kind of a wrapper.
Huh?
That's...
Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jacket attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them.
You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor.
Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. There's broken stuff there. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Looks like it's supposed to be a bottle of some sort. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added. There's something else on the ground of the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. A figure on the floor has been added. Okay. Wait, I just noticed there's like blood there. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain has been added. Maybe that's where she vomited. That's the only thing I could think of. That same shelf full of magazines. Okay. Oh, this must be where that bottle came from. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
In other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Okay. Wait a minute. What the hell? Huh? The locker's open, and they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room's open, don't you think? And during all the confusion they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh wait, was it open already? Yeah, it was already open. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what else does this handprint mean? Locker handprint. Whoa! What have we over here? There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room. Protoenzyme X.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Somebody planted it? Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of that. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure how I see how. Empty protein drink. I'm just checking the clock because it's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego?
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. Wait a minute.
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected standing a chance against her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive
Byakuya,
you.
Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Aoi's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section. But the fact that she had asked these three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Hey, dickhead, what? I got a question for you. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do that, it said? Do what it said, and risk being killed by that monster. So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account. Okay. I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. Okay, then. Okay, let me examine the blood again. Nope.
Hey.
Okay, she's saying the same thing again.
Certainly.
What the heck?
Okay, so she's repeating herself. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have any lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which I did. Which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning, and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked room from inside, not from the outside. Rec room door has been added.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then...
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Okay. So first things first, since she's closest, I guess let's talk to Toko. Oh boy. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Hello.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Togo slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I didn't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just did too, didn't I?
You admitted it.
I guess now it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
I admit it, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added. Next up is Hiro. I press the doorbell, and after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something?
Yes. Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be...
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
When she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, note. She,
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing.
I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong!
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that?
Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then.
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you?
Do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on!
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on!
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but that was the same wrapper from the floor. There's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Chem lab? Let's go there. I honestly don't know who to blame here. As much as I want, you know, Byakuya to be the murderer, so that way we can finally get rid of him, but I don't know. You know, I just realized I could probably use the map, the warping function. I'm not the smartest man, I admit. But we're already almost there, so no need worrying about it now. We're already almost there. Okay, so let's go to the good old chem lab. And go back up, there we go. To the chem lab. And then we'll go back to the rec room real quick. Okay, the chem lab is right across down this hall. I don't know. As much as I want freaking Byakuya to be the killer, I have this feeling it's not. What the hell happened in here? Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. No
Fuck you. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like there are looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Somebody stepped in it! There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could have only been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Sources of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. But there's the footprints! These are footprints. And they're only in front of the left shelf? How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Fuck you. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. And that's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good, hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the front of the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. And wasn't that bottle labeled A something? According to Byakuya, the powder had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder has been added. Okay. Let's see. What's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving until section A. Wait a minute! Wait a second! I'm not imagining. Item Chem C9. Why is a C bottle in the A section? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they use in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suit you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving until unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf were labeled with the letter C and a number.
So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit Section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerned me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. And what was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Chem lab shelf has been added. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Yes, leave Byakuya to his own freaking devices, cause he's a bit of a dick. Nobody likes him. Except for Toko, who's just crazy. Just fuck you, Byakuya. I really don't like that guy.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Okay. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. Still, it's got it says Chem A2. So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab. You see what's got around the can? Shards of light blue glass.
Correct.
Okay.
So...
What does that matter? Well, you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Okay. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. That's odd. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Whoa! This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in blood. Bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking.
Hey, is that... That says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like...
What the heck? Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It said she's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message has been added. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you need to actually examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes? Is that powder?
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Ooh. Sorry. Actually, Even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. They're chess pieces! Hey, Kyoko, can you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Monokuma bottle has been updated.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
Okay. Let's compare the weight of the 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. Okay. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here or there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. What? Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In
What?
other words...
The results of our experiment, and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. There was more than one bottle. But We're done?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Wait.
See you soon.
Do we even get enough clues? It's already time. But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No. Not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another.
The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the? Oh! I just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body!
How the fuck are you doing that? This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse?
Here.
No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends?
What? He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait! I can't
Now then,
wait!
please get on the elevator! Stop it! Stop it with the fourth wall break!
What the fuck?
I'll see you all down there!
What the hell?
What the hell was that?
I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone!
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever.
Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be of no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us.
Don't look at me!
I said it before and I'll say it again, it wasn't me. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that.
What the
Because I
heck?
didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Come on. It's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear run through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again.
Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of
That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. And with that, we bring ourselves to the end of this episode, where in the next episode we will find out the truth of what happened to Sakura. I don't know. As much as okay, I want to get rid of Byakuya. I'm sorry, I hate him. He's a freaking dick. I don't care if a lot of the shit he says does make sense, but god damn it, he is so unlikable. Like, I can't remember the last time I hated a character this much. Like, good god. I don't know. I don't know who killed Sakura. I don't know what some of this. I don't know what to think here. But more than likely, this again, the details are probably revealed in the details will be revealed in the trial. But on a more positive note, the next episode tomorrow will be the first episode of Umineko.
one of you guys told, I looked in the comments, one of you guys told me that there was some sort of patch that I'd need to download for it, so I'll probably look into that after I finish processing this video and all that stuff. Look into that, get a little, figure out what the hell you guys are talking about, and get it all set up and all that. Find the patch, because apparently the patch adds voice acting and all that, so yeah. I don't mind doing that, that'd be nice. And apparently it updates the sprites and all that, so anyway. Getting off topic. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.